Jesus. Sit down as I close this. Sit down as I close this. So Abiathar, ladies and gentlemen, stands in for families that are serving God but with special generational pain. Abiathar is a man that is forever escaping the horror of his father's misfortune. He escaped narrowly. The father died. The thing is following him. The thing is after him, even though he's a great man of God. The man is being fired by the descendant pastor. Something ensuring that at one point, you must be at the mercy of your junior. It is very bad. Someone that you trained in school at some point must become your boss. Someone that you helped in life, at some point you must find yourself answering to him, sir. It's a curse you need to break. How do you think Potiphar felt the day Joseph was made the prime minister? And you know, he had to congratulate him. And not just congratulate him, he had to, we are also here. What do you think Potiphar's wife told Potiphar? She told the husband the truth. He said, seek a meeting with this man. Because if you don't, we are in trouble. Actually, the reason you jailed him was a lie. Potiphar said, what? It was a lie, my husband. Now he's your new boss. Potiphar was now answering to Joseph. Unajua how weird that thing looks like? Do you know how hard it is? I know a man of God that pastored one great man of God. He's also a pastor there in the same city. The man he pastored. There are people, if you pastor, don't even tell people you are their pastor. You are safe like that. Because people will really look at you and ask, what happened? And sometimes you don't want to answer that, what happened? So this pastor pastored a great, actually, the man he pastored was like now pastoring the whole city. So the spiritual sons of this man secretly went to sow seeds to this man that their pastor pastored. And then one of the spiritual sons, while he was going, he took his leaders. Like you see, you can leave this ministry to go and sow somewhere else. You have your ministry. So you go with your leaders. And one of your leaders takes a video. Because you don't want me to know. So now, the spiritual son has never given him $5,000. But I don't know if you are getting the construction. But while going to see the man that he raised, the spiritual son carried his elders and carried $10,000. So one of the leaders took a video. And the video reached the man of God. He called that son. He said, come. You have never given me up to $5,000. You gave him 10. He is my son, and I know where he stays. Tonight you are taking me there. I must take back that money. The man of God carried, I'm giving you a real life story. I'll not mention names because they are names you know. Carried his son. Because as much as this guy is great, but he's his son, he raised him. He went there by night. He said, I've not come here to argue with you. I need my $10,000. You took it from my spiritual son. You must return it. You will give it to me. The man did not argue because this is his father. He went quickly and got the 10,000. Said, Papa, I'm sorry. He said, you better be sorry to yourself. And he left. He told this guy, if I ever find you again, you take this kind of money to another ministry, I will finish you. Amazingly, the guy did not stay for life. Few months after that, the guy left and joined that man. Now go and get him out of there. What am I trying to say? It is a shame when people you raised are now treating you like that. If you find it in your life that even if you're in a company, somehow, something must always happen. You find yourself, the person you trained is now your boss. You need to deal with that thing. That is what happened to Abiathar. That Solomon is the one that read the riot act and told him, you deserve to die. I want you to imagine how young Solomon was when he was pastoring Solomon's dad. Any shame that Satan has put you with at a corner of your life, let that shame be erased in the name of Jesus. Weird mistakes you cannot understand. Mysterious, costly mistakes. Then painful replacements. Look at this. So Solomon removed Abiathar from being a priest to the Lord, that he might fulfill the word of the Lord which was spoken concerning the house of Eli at Shiloh. Look at verse 28. Do we have 28? Look at it. The news came to Joab, for Joab had defected to Adonijah, though he had not defected to Absalom. So Joab fled to the tabernacle of the Lord and took a hold of the horns of the altar. Sir, they killed him on the altar. Tells you how serious it was. Listen, that's why when a new regime comes in, it is just biblical. This was the chief of general staff. But that loyalty they show to Adonijah cannot be overlooked. It's not witch hunt. It is called establishing power. Some men are too dangerous to be alive. So Joab ran to the altar and he held the horns of the altar. What happened? Look at this. Verse number 20. Verse number 20 here. And King Solomon was told, Joab has fled to the tabernacle of the Lord. There he is by the altar. Then Solomon sent the assassin Benaiah, the son of Jehoiada, saying, go and kill him. When a man ran to the altar, you spare him. But Solomon said, you know, Solomon is not just killing him. David had told Solomon this thing. And now, Solomon has lived to see what Joab can do. Said, and King Solomon, go and strike him. Look at verse number 30. What happened? So Benaiah went to the tabernacle of the Lord and said to him, thus says the king, come out. And he said, no. Look at this. It's not even Benaiah that killed him. He killed himself. He said, I will die here. So what else do you expect? And Benaiah brought back word, spared him, brought back word to the king. Thus said Joab, and thus he answered me. Then the king said to him, do as he has said. You know, great men, they always ensure you kill yourself. Do as he has said. And strike him down and bury him, that you may take away from me and from the house of my father the innocent blood which Joab shed. Which innocent blood was that? He killed Abner. And David cried. And David told Solomon, he put the blood of war on his belt in the day of peace. Kill him. Solomon just waited. Killed him. So the Lord returned his blood on his head because he struck down two men more righteous and better than he. He killed them with the sword. Abner the son of Ner, the commander of the army of Israel, and Amasa the son of Jether, the commander of the army of Judah. Though my father did not know it, their blood shall therefore return upon the head of Joab and upon the head of his descendants forever. But upon David and his descendants, upon his house and his throne, there shall be peace forever from the Lord. So Benaiah the son of Jehoiada went up and struck and killed him, and he was buried in his own house in the wilderness. The king put Benaiah the son of Jehoiada in his place over the army. Severally, it is your killer that replaces you. So that he will always remember that I killed this man to reign in his place. If I mess up, another man will kill me to reign in my place. And the king put Zadok the priest in the place. I call them painful replacements. Those are now called government appointments. Can you imagine in this new regime, Abiathar could be enjoying? As the man who suffered the most with the king. Abiathar was there when Absalom tried to take the kingdom. But Abiathar made a mistake and sided with Adonijah. Be careful who you join. Be careful who you are seen with. Be careful even the posts you like. Be careful. Great men watch